A very good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Mrs. Prof.Sanghamitra S.Rajbhoj, working as an assistant professor in Khasdar Shri Govindradik Law College, Srirampur. Today I'm here to speak about the topic that is natural disaster. First of all, we will go for its definition. Natural disaster. The word itself describes the meaning. Natural disasters, these are the catastrophic events which is caused by the natural forces. The natural event such as flood, earthquake, hurricane, avalanches, landslide, tsunami, and etc. that causes great damage or loss of life. We have seen different examples of the natural disasters in which it includes earthquakes too. Earthquakes, it has been caused by the structural damage to the buildings, landslides, and tsunamis. What is tsunami? Tsunami, it is a type of huge waves which is caused by underwater earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. After that is the another natural disaster, that is avalanches. Avalanches, it means it can be triggered by increased precipitation, snowpack weakening, earthquakes, humans, or other animals. Another disaster, that is the volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions that has been produced in which there flows the lava, poisonous gases comes out, there is having so much flying rocks and ashes. There is another natural disaster, that is droughts. Droughts, it means it is the prolonged dry periods that can have serious impacts on health, agriculture, economies, energy, and the environment. Next. Now here we will see the different natural disasters as we have seen early in the introductory part, that is the volcanic eruptions, earthquake, tsunami, flood, tornado, hurricane, and there are many more which we see day-to-day life. Now here through the picture, we can see the volcanic eruption. How the picture shows how the ashes is coming out, how the lava is flowing out of that Earth's crust. So here the volcanic eruption, it is totally the expulsion of gases, small amounts of rock fragments, and the molten lava which comes out within the Earth through a vent onto the Earth's surface or into the atmosphere, emission of different gases, rocks, and lava from the volcano. This volcanic eruption, we will see what is the procedure which is related with the volcanic eruptions. These are among the most awesome of all natural phenomena on the earth. They may be strangely beautiful as fountains of the glowing red lava which has been raised above a vent to feed a lava that spreads rapidly to the downhill. Or they may consist of terrifying explosions that send clouds of scorching hot ash high into the atmosphere and roaring down a volcano's slopes and destroying everything which comes in its path. While a great range in this style and violence of these volcanic eruptions exist, they all are part of one of the most fundamental geological processes that has been built and shapes the Earth's crust. The place to begin an exploration of the diversity of the different types and kinds of volcanic eruptions is with the different definitions. Next. Now the next natural disaster, that is the earthquake. Here, see, one picture shows how the earth, it has been torn from where the car is coming. So what is this earthquake? Earthquake, it is the shaking of the ground which is caused by the sudden release of energy in the earth's crust, which is shaken of the earth's crust by the movement of different tectonic plates. Vibrationally, or the vibrational energy which is produced when the rocks, they totally gets break, the energy that totally spreads out in all directions like ripples on a pond. The shock waves that radiate out from the point where the rocks first begin to break, this point is called the focus or epicenter of the earthquake. This energy is dissipated as the shaking, and we call on this as an earthquake. The next natural disaster, that is tsunami. Everyone knows this concept of tsunami, which is series of extremely long waves which has been caused by large and sudden displacement of the ocean, which is usually the result of an earthquake which is below or near the ocean floor, where the enormous sea waves, which is usually caused by the earthquakes or submarine disturbance. Now the flood, everyone knows this flood. It comes during the rainy seasons, as it is the overflow of water that covers dry land, and it can be caused by other natural disasters like hurricanes and the tsunami. Now, tornado. This is another concept which everybody not knows much more about it, but still we go for it. A violently rotating column of air touching on the ground. Usually, it is attached to the base of the thunderstorm, which comes with a high speed and rotating column of the wind that touches totally to the ground. The most common causes of this tsunami are large earthquakes under or near the ocean floor. The location, the magnitude, and the depth of the earthquake, all totally it contributes to the whether it will cause a tsunami. That means we actually don't know what actually it causes. Only about near about 10 to 20% of all the earthquakes is cause a tsunami. Landslide, this is also one of the important natural disaster. Landslide, here also it would suggest how the landslides during the rainy seasons most of the time. These landslides can displace water from above or below the ocean surface. The amount of material that displaces the water, the speed of the landslide, and the depth it moves to all affect whether a tsunami will occur. Volcanic eruptions. Simultaneously, we have seen here how this violent volcanic eruptions can displace large volumes of the water and create the tsunami waves. And this eruptions can stratovolcano on Night Islands in 1888, which caused a tsunami that devastated nearby the islands. Hurricanes simultaneously can stir up the ocean sediments, which also trigger the landslide, and again it also creates large waves that could crash into the shore. Here, what we have to do in the cases of when the natural disaster occurs. First of all, we have to keep an eye on the news channel and all the news through the newspapers and through the TV. Secondly, we should have a family plan. Thirdly, prepare an emergency kit at the time of such incidents. What we have to do first, that we have to see and make use of that emergency kit. Then take a shelter in a safe place as soon as such type of natural disaster occurs. So with the end of this, my micro teaching topic upon the natural disaster, thank you so much.